Did you know that in some countries, the air you breathe could be 16 times more polluted than what's considered safe? Welcome to our countdown of the 10 dirtiest countries in 2024, where we'll explore why these nations are struggling with extreme pollution and what it means for the people living there. Number 1. United Arab Emirates. From gleaming skyscrapers to choking smog, welcome to the United Arab Emirates. How did this wealthy Gulf nation end up on our list of the world's most polluted countries? With a PM 2.5 level of 43 UGM3, the UAE significantly exceeds the World Health Organization's safety threshold, placing it at number 10 on our countdown of the dirtiest countries in 2024. The UAE's air quality woes stem from a perfect storm of rapid urban development and its unique desert environment. As cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi reach for the sky, construction dust mingles with natural sand particles, creating a haze that hangs over the region. This combination of man-made and natural pollutants poses a serious threat to public health. The impact is stark. Approximately 1,900 deaths in the UAE are linked to air pollution each year. Outdoor workers face particularly dire circumstances, battling not only extreme heat, but also dangerous levels of airborne particles. Women, children, and those with pre-existing health conditions are especially vulnerable to these invisible yet deadly pollutants. Despite its vast oil wealth, the UAE's commitment to improving air quality is questionable. While the government has made high-profile pledges to reduce emissions, the nation remains heavily dependent on fossil fuels. This reliance casts doubt on the effectiveness of environmental initiatives and raises concerns about the long-term health of both residents and visitors. Number 2. Nepal. While the UAE struggles with man-made pollution, our next country faces a unique challenge from nature itself. What if the very mountains that make a nation famous were also trapping deadly air pollution? Welcome to Nepal, where the majestic Himalayas create a deadly dome over its cities. Nepal, known for its breathtaking landscapes and rich cultural heritage, finds itself at number 9 on our list of the world's dirtiest countries. With PM 2.5 levels soaring at 44.46 UGM3, the air quality in Nepal poses a severe threat to its residents and visitors alike. The geography of Nepal, particularly in the Kathmandu Valley, plays a cruel trick on its inhabitants. Surrounded by towering mountains, the valley acts like a giant bowl, trapping pollutants and limiting air circulation. This natural barrier, combined with human activities, creates a perfect storm of air pollution. Rapid urbanization in Nepal has led to a significant increase in vehicle numbers, with traffic congestion becoming the norm in cities like Kathmandu. The surge in vehicles, coupled with outdated emission standards, contributes heavily to the deteriorating air quality. Cultural practices unique to Nepal also play a role in exacerbating the pollution problem. Traditional brick kilns, widely used in construction, release substantial amounts of pollutants into the air. These age-old methods, while culturally significant, have become a double-edged sword in the face of modern environmental challenges. The health implications for Nepalese citizens are dire, with respiratory issues and other pollution-related health problems on the rise. As one local environmentalist puts it, Kathmandu is like living in a city with a lid on top, where every breath draws in the same trapped polluted air. Number 3. Kuwait. From Nepal's trapped air, we turn to a nation where wealth flows like oil, but comes at a heavy cost. What if a country's greatest asset was also slowly poisoning its people? Welcome to Kuwait, where the very source of its prosperity is creating an invisible threat. Ranking 8th on our list of the world's dirtiest countries, Kuwait grapples with a PM 2.5 level that far exceeds international safety standards. This small Gulf state, known for its vast oil reserves, faces a paradox where economic success comes at the expense of clean air. The oil industry is the lifeblood of Kuwait's economy, contributing a staggering 95% of the country's foreign exchange earnings. However, this reliance on oil extraction and burning has led to significant air pollution. The process of extracting, refining, and burning fossil fuels releases harmful pollutants into the atmosphere, creating a hazy shroud over the nation. Kuwait's unique climate exacerbates the air quality crisis. High temperatures and frequent dust storms trap pollutants close to the surface, intensifying the health risks for the population. This combination of industrial emissions and natural factors creates a perfect storm of air pollution. Number 4. Bangladesh. Kuwait's struggle with pollution pales in comparison to our next destination. Welcome to Bangladesh, where the air is so toxic it violates global health standards by 1,600%. This South Asian country holds the dubious honor of having the world's highest PM2.5 concentration at a staggering 83.30 UG-M3. What makes Bangladesh's air quality crisis so severe? The answer lies in a perfect storm of factors. Rapid urbanization and an incredibly dense population have led to a surge in vehicles and industrial activities. As cities expand, so does the pollution they generate, with millions of people packed into areas ill-equipped to handle such growth. One of the most notorious culprits in Bangladesh's air quality crisis is the humble brick kiln. These industrial workhorses, essential for the country's booming construction industry, spew toxic pollutants into the air at an alarming rate. The result is a hazy, choking atmosphere that blankets cities and rural areas alike. The health impacts of this pollution are nothing short of catastrophic. Residents of Bangladesh face the grim reality that simply breathing could shorten their lives by up to 7 years. This reduction in life expectancy is more severe than the effects of smoking or malnutrition, highlighting the deadly nature of the country's air quality crisis. Number 5. Pakistan. As we leave Bangladesh behind, another environmental tragedy unfolds just across the border. Welcome to Pakistan, where the air you breathe could be your greatest enemy. How did this nation of over 220 million people become trapped in a haze of its own making? Pakistan finds itself at number 5 on our list of the world's dirtiest countries, with PM2.5 levels soaring to 65.81 UG-M3. This invisible threat has turned the nation's atmosphere into a deadly hazard, claiming a staggering 128,000 lives annually. The air quality crisis in Pakistan is a complex web of factors, each contributing to the choking smog that blankets its cities. Industrial emissions, vehicle exhaust, and agricultural practices like crop burning are major culprits in Pakistan's air pollution problem. The situation is particularly dire in major cities like Lahore, where seasonal smog descends like a suffocating curtain during the winter months. Residents find themselves trapped in a toxic haze, with visibility reduced to mere meters and health risks skyrocketing. The impact of this pollution extends far beyond just respiratory issues. Women in Pakistan bear a disproportionate burden, often exposed to harmful air quality while performing household chores. The economic toll is equally severe, with healthcare costs and lost productivity placing a significant strain on the nation's resources. Number 6. India. As we cross the border into India, we encounter a paradox of progress. How can a nation racing towards superpower status also be home to some of the world's most polluted cities? The answer lies in a complex web of factors, where even the most basic human needs contribute to an environmental emergency. Welcome to India, where rapid economic growth comes at a staggering environmental cost, with PM2.5 levels soaring at 58.08 UG-M3, nearly 6 times the World Health Organization's recommended safe limit. India ranks 5th in the world for air pollution. This invisible threat silently affects millions, cutting short an estimated 2 million lives annually. But India's air quality crisis isn't just about industrial emissions and vehicle exhaust. A shocking 620 million people in India, primarily in rural areas, still defecate in the open due to a lack of quality toilets. This widespread practice not only poses significant health risks, but also exacerbates environmental pollution, creating a unique challenge in the nation's fight against dirty air. Indoor air pollution presents another unexpected battlefront. India's heavy reliance on biomass fuels for cooking, such as wood and agricultural waste, contributes substantially to respiratory and cardiovascular diseases. Every year, the country burns a staggering 148.5 million tons of biomass for household energy, 10 times more than the United States. Number 7. China. From India's struggles, we turn our attention to a nation that's rewriting its environmental story. China, long considered the poster child for industrial pollution, is now leading a revolution in air quality improvement. What sparked this dramatic shift, and is it too good to be true? Welcome to China, where the world's factory is fighting back against its polluted reputation. With an average PM 2.5 concentration of 32.5 UG-M3 in 2024, China still grapples with air quality levels over 6 times higher than UN recommendations. However, this number tells only part of the story. China's journey from smog-choked cities to cleaner skies is a tale of economic ambition and environmental awakening. For decades, rapid industrialization fueled China's economic miracle, but at a staggering cost to air quality. The situation became so dire that in some cities, children were exposed to pollution levels equivalent to smoking 2 packs of cigarettes daily. Recognizing the urgent need for change, China declared a war on pollution in recent years. This battle has seen the implementation of stringent policies and innovative technologies aimed at clearing the air. Major cities like Beijing have witnessed notable improvements, with blue skies becoming a more common sight. Number 8. Bahrain. From the world's largest polluter, we shift our focus to one of the smallest. Bahrain, an island nation barely visible on most maps, is making headlines for all the wrong reasons. With PM 2.5 levels soaring at 46.80 UG and M3, this tiny kingdom in the Persian Gulf has become an unlikely pollution hotspot. How did Bahrain end up with some of the dirtiest air in the Middle East? The answer lies in a complex interplay of factors. Bahrain's booming energy sector, heavily reliant on fossil fuels, is a major contributor to the nation's air quality crisis. Industrial emissions and dust from construction projects add to the toxic cocktail, creating a haze that hangs over the island's densely populated urban areas. Bahrain's unique geography exacerbates the problem. Its small size and concentrated urban environment act like a trap for pollutants, leading to higher concentrations of harmful particulate matter in the air. This geographical quirk turns the island into a natural smog chamber, intensifying the health risks for its population. The health implications for Bahrain's residents are severe. Respiratory and cardiovascular diseases are on the rise, a direct consequence of the poor air quality. As the nation grapples with this invisible threat, a crucial question emerges. Can Bahrain balance its economic ambitions with environmental sustainability? Number 9. Qatar. From one Gulf state to another, the story of pollution takes an unexpected turn. Qatar, a country synonymous with luxury and excess, harbors a dirty secret. Despite its immense wealth, Qatar's air quality rivals some of the most polluted places on Earth. What's behind this stark contradiction, and can money solve Qatar's environmental woes? Welcome to Qatar, where opulence and pollution walk hand in hand. This tiny nation, with its futuristic skyline and vast oil reserves, finds itself at number 2 on our list of the world's dirtiest countries. With a PM 2.5 concentration of 37.6 UG-M3, Qatar's air quality paints a grim picture of the environmental cost of rapid development. The primary culprit behind Qatar's air pollution is its booming oil and gas industry. As the backbone of the country's economy, this sector contributes significantly to emissions, creating a hazy shroud over the nation. The irony is palpable. The very source of Qatar's wealth is also its greatest environmental challenge. Qatar's pollution problem is further exacerbated by its rapid urban development. The country's skyline is in constant flux, with construction projects adding dust and particulate matter to the already burdened air. This was particularly evident during the lead-up to the 2022 FIFA World Cup, which saw increased emissions from both construction and a surge in air travel. Number 10. Indonesia. As we leave the Persian Gulf, we journey to a land where paradise and peril coexist. Indonesia's breathtaking landscapes hide a deadly secret. With air quality 5 times worse than WHO recommendations, what turns this archipelago of natural wonders into a hotspot of hazardous haze? Welcome to Indonesia, where 17,000 islands create a perfect storm of pollution. This vast nation faces an air quality crisis of staggering proportions, with PM 2.5 levels soaring at 51.71 UGM3. The result? A shocking 232,000 lives lost annually to air pollution-related causes. Indonesia's unique geography presents a complex challenge in combating air pollution. The country's sprawling archipelago makes it difficult to implement and enforce uniform air quality measures. Forest fires, a major contributor to the problem, often rage unchecked across remote islands, spewing particulate matter into the atmosphere. Urban areas like Jakarta face their own battles with pollution. Vehicle emissions and industrial activities concentrate in densely populated cities, creating toxic air pockets that endanger millions. The rapid pace of urbanization only exacerbates these issues as infrastructure struggles to keep up with growing populations. Cultural factors also play a role in Indonesia's air quality crisis. Traditional cooking methods, relying heavily on biomass fuels, contribute significantly to indoor air pollution. This practice, deeply ingrained in many communities, poses a particular threat to women and children who spend more time in these smoky environments. As we've seen, the world's dirtiest countries face a complex web of challenges, from industrial emissions and vehicle exhaust to cultural practices and geographical quirks. The causes of air pollution are as diverse as they are dangerous. But the impact of dirty air doesn't stop at national borders. Air pollution is a global crisis with far-reaching consequences. The World Health Organization warns that pollution from one country can affect air quality in neighboring regions, illustrating the interconnected nature of this issue. The health impacts are staggering, with millions of lives cut short each year due to respiratory and cardiovascular diseases linked to poor air quality. Addressing this crisis requires a shared global responsibility. As one expert puts it, the path to clean air is embroiled in socio-economic factors, including national wealth, urban development, industrial activities, and local climate. The fight for cleaner air is a fight for our collective future.